I got really into rapping and general songwriting around 2017. And for some months, I was just practicing on my own in my room or kind of around friends and stuff. But I really wanted the platform to get to be able to perform in front of some people, live performance. I was raised in theater, that's where I thrive. And I find out that my city actually does this event wherein a guy would come out and do some turntable DJing. It was pretty cool. He would do a show, and then at a certain time in the set, like when it was about to close, he would open up the floor for a rap cipher where anybody in the audience could grab the microphone and rap a verse. So I thought, awesome, that will be a great way for me to get in front of an audience for the first time. Had a bunch of nerves about it, but I was pretty excited. I mean, like I said, I had this whole backlog of stuff that I had written. I was kind of thinking, which verse could I do? What's going to go over the best? So I go to this event, and the website said that the actual rap cipher would start at around 8 p.m., so I got there just a little bit before that. I expected the DJing to be going on, but to my surprise, the DJing doesn't even start till 8 p.m. So that's kind of annoying, but whatever, it's cool. It's cool enough. I wouldn't come to this if it weren't for the excitement of me getting to perform at the end, but DJing's good. But it keeps going on. I'm like, when is the rap cipher going to happen? Finally, at around 9:30, 9:40 or so, I'm like, okay, maybe just not tonight. I'll see. I don't know why they miscommunicated what time it was going to start. I'll get a general vibe of that. I'll maybe ask first next time. So I leave, I go outside, I get in my car, and as I'm driving away, as I pass that business, that little bar where all this was happening, I hear rap vocals from it, from the street. I'm like, ah! I waited all that time and I leave just in time. So I pull over the car, find a spot. I dash back to the business as quick as possible, go inside this bar, and thankfully there is still some time left in the cipher. So, a guy's rapping, in this group, this little mosh of people. He takes out the microphone, and somebody else grabs it. That person raps for a little while, and I'm just anticipating, here I come, here I come. That person hands out the microphone, somebody else grabs it. I'm like, okay, obviously they're not going to respond to my, hey, could you maybe give me the microphone that I'm doing? So I get a little bit closer. I'm going to try to be maybe a little bit more aggressive about it. Hold out the microphone, somebody else grabs it. Somebody else grabs it. Somebody else grabs it. And again, I'm trying to be insistent without being a jerk. I'm not trying to force myself in anybody's face about this whole thing, but I'm getting increasingly frustrated that I don't have the ability to just grab the microphone. And then the cipher ends. And I have not rapped that night. And somebody says, well, thank you for coming out to this event. It turns off the microphone, turns off the music, everything's done. And even more humiliating than that, there's one guy standing there who sees me being like, looking a little bit despondent. He's like, well, did you want to rap? I was like, I'm like, if it's not too much trouble. I didn't know what to say. I was mostly just very disappointed in myself. He's like, well, we had a cipher where everybody could do that. He's like, next week, my man. I didn't ever go back to that event. It might still be going on to this day, but I never went back to it. But that was a valuable lesson in self-assertion. That nobody's ever just going to hand you the microphone. Maybe it'll happen sometimes in life, metaphorically, that somebody will just grant you something, but you really do need to exert yourself. You need to say, it's my turn to speak. You need to be comfortable saying, it's my turn to have the limelight for a little bit, just in general. And that was pretty shortly after I left college, and I was finding my footing in the adult world, or rather failing to find my footing at that time. And so it felt very representative of my whole experience of being a young adult straight out of college. Nobody was going to fulfill me for me. Nobody was going to make my life what I wanted it to be for me. Now, I've more or less grown beyond that experience. Like, it doesn't really hurt thinking about that anymore because I have performed in front of an audience many times since then on my own terms, and not just as, like, the closing act of a DJ set. But still, I think that foundational failing to assert myself is a very valuable memory for me. I'm happy I have that. There's that classic song, if you have the chance to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. In all aspects of performing specifically, whether it's karaoke or, a dance circle or something, I make sure that I always do grab that spot for just a little bit because I know the empty feeling that comes if you don't.